Everybody, Ralph Havens here, autoimmuneanswers.com. And it's the most important conversation. Everyone should have this type of conversation at some point in their life. That's what he said. That's what my friend, who I was doing a healthy, happy, and whole breakthrough session with, told me. Everyone should have this conversation at some point in their life. It's what Jen asked him, like, how was it? How was it? It was great. You got to come over and do this with Ralph. How was it? And that's what he said. And, I had another person recently who said, the reason she was with us for our 30 sessions in 30 days. And she said, I can tell you more about that in a bit, but she said, up until her healthy, happy, and whole breakthrough session, she didn't know if she would ever get well from a very chronic illness, many, many years, really changed her life, her abundance, all sorts of stuff that had gone on in her life. And after her healthy, happy, and whole breakthrough session, she said, what I got out of it, Ralph, was after that session, I knew I was going to be well. And I had another person quite a while ago, maybe about a year or more ago, and I asked, what's the most valuable thing you got out of this so far? And she said, up until just a few minutes ago, I didn't know I really still wanted to live. So what is that all about? How can you shift that? When Jesus was walking through the market, and it's a story in the Bible, whether you know it to be true or not, it's a good story. And he was being bumped by a lot of people, and all of a sudden he stopped and said, "Who touched my robe?" And all of his disciples were like, "Dude, everybody's touching you. What are you talking about?" He goes, "No, I felt something." And paraphrasing, of course. And this woman then confessed up. She was like, "I touched your robe. I'm sorry. I just knew if I touched it, I would be healed." And then he told her, "Your faith has healed you," and to go on and live her life. And it's like, what is that all about? So when I was thinking this morning, what's the thing that holds people back, whether they've got a chronic illness and they want to get over it, or they've got severe anxiety, like I had years ago, or some abundance thing, they just can't get ahead or get their business going or figure out how to make money, provide for their family. What's the thing that's the most important thing to shift? And what I realized was it's the belief, right? The belief. Like for example, the money thing, if you are around people that have figured it out, that are doing what you want to do and have figured out the abundance thing and know how to make money and provide for their family, then it's like, well, I just got to hang out with these people. I know that I'm going to be well. I know I'm going to be healthy and happy and whole and live the kind of life I want. I know it. I just got to hang out with these guys and figure this out. But it's going to, I don't know the timeline, but it's going to work. Or if you've read a lot of the reviews on our testimonial page or some of the videos, it's like you start to get this belief like, wow, if it can happen to them, it can happen to me. So what happens when that happens is the belief comes in, right? Like a really deep knowing that you're going to be well, that you're going to be okay, that you're going to have the money, that you're going to have the lifestyle, that you're going to figure this out. It's just a matter of time and actually doing it, of course. But once you get that belief, that's the key. And yet there's still things to do, right? There's things to do in the physical world. Like if it's about money, then it's like, well, let's hang around some people that have figured this out and let's start to do what they did and figure out your version of it. Or if it's about getting well, let's figure that out and start to get well. And if there's some things that you're doing in the physical world that are causing your health not to be right, let's stop it. Let's shift it. I was watching something last night, some more research about some of the stuff in the vaccine world. And a lot of those vaccines, some of the side effects are severe anxiety and depression, even beyond that. And it's in the medical research. And so yet I was listening to this one doctor, Dr. Tony Bart, had run a pediatric ER had done a lot of amazing stuff in the medical world. And but when she was a resident, she was part of a study. She agreed to be part of a study, and took a hepatitis B vaccine, and took numerous doses of it. And she never, what's called seroconverted. She never got the antibodies that said that she would have antibodies against hepatitis. But what she had after that was severe anxiety. Severe anxiety. She had to work through lots and lots of stuff. And now she's one of the big doctors that is exposing what's going on in the research there. So if you're doing something like that, taking the flu shot or some kind of like vaccine, it might be good to get the research and know, wow, we got to stop doing that, and find different ways to help with the immune system. Maybe that's your thing. Or if it's the money thing, who has done what you want to do, and has figured it out, and start to learn from them, right? Maybe a certain coach or certain training, or figuring it out, or hanging around different types of people. And if it's a medical condition of some sort, who's already solved it, and learning from them and doing it. But once you get the belief that that you can shift it, it makes all the difference in the world. And when I was thinking for myself, like, how did I solve the anxiety thing? Like, I used to have severe anxiety and severe sweating in my hands and feet and body, and it really impacted my life, and made it where I didn't have a girlfriend for many, many years, the first a bunch of years of my life, and stopped me in business and all sorts of things. And I figured it out. I started to see with the medical intuitive work, as I started to take some of these classes, that, wow, I think there's an answer here. It was starting to heal a lot of things in me, and I could tell that was shifting, and sure enough, it did. But it was the belief that started it, yet I needed the treatment, right? And so what I did was I created 30 sessions in 30 days. And we'd done it once through with a great group of people over the internet. And every day I did a session, a full hour session energetically. And then I got online and did it for 15 to 20 minutes with the group, and encoded it in these videos, so that anybody that watches these videos and does the stuff in there can have a big shift for their health, for their abundance, for their life. And we got really cool testimonials. I've got it on another page where you can read through some of the things that people noticed, and I've got so many more. But one thing that happened during those 30 days was people started to really get a belief that they could be well, that they could be abundant, that they could have a different life. They saw it in the group. The group starts to bring the people around. Everybody starts to come up because of the group. And also, in the 30 sessions in 30 days, people started to find certain specific things that I found useful to get healthy and happy and whole. And they started doing them, real specific things. And we just started to roll with it. And so what I have for you, if you're interested, is a way to interact with that for not a lot of money. Because my hope is that by hanging out with me with these videos, and if you're interested in a healthy, happy, and whole breakthrough session, you can talk to me about that. And from time to time, I open that up. But what I'm talking about right now is a way to have 30 sessions in 30 days and really get a belief that you're going to be well, and you're going to be happy, and you're going to have the abundance, and figure this stuff out, and start to really shift things in you so that you start to turn on your own healing abilities. And if you're interested in that, then you can go to ralphhavens.com/end anxiety forever. Now, whether you have anxiety that you're trying to get rid of, or some other medical condition, or just abundance things that you want to shift, it all kind of goes together. And the key is to get that belief. But how do you get the belief? There's a way to do this. Now, if you want to do it, then you can go to ralphhavens.com/end anxiety forever. I've got a free ebook for you right off the bat. And there'll be some emails from there that kind of guide you through a bunch of stuff. And you'll have an opportunity to listen to a video of me talking about this kind of idea and how to shift things. And you can have a change even from watching the video. And there's a way to have the 30 sessions in 30 days. And it's for a very small amount of money. But the biggest commitment is to say you're going to do something for 15 minutes or so, 15 to 20 minutes, once a day for 30 days. And if that is something that you can do, if you can do that, then I believe you can start to get your belief that you can be well and healthy and happy and whole and have your breakthroughs in what you want. So for whatever you're dealing with, if you want to check that out, I look forward to seeing you on the inside of this massive course, massive training, massive videos, and healing sessions that I've done. And go grab that, ralphhavens.com/end anxiety forever. And I will see you all on the inside. So in the meantime, let's get out there and live. Let's really live. This is Ralph Havens signing off. ralphhavens.com/end anxiety forever.